Hey, Kim Wagner here. I'm a registered nurse and a health coach. Just wanted to say welcome before we get into the presentation. I am so glad you're here. And so I'm going to be sharing today a little bit about my program, my health coaching program. And so we'll go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen. And then we will get started on the presentation. So the name of my program is Build a Healthy You. And really, it is so simple. It's so sustainable. And I really call it your toolbox for a healthy, vibrant, confident life. So again, hi, I'm Kim. I am a wife. I am a mom to two, a stepmom to three, and a bonus mama to one. And I have three little grandbabies, and I am also known as a Mimi. So my husband, Eric, and I, we live on an organic farm here in Northern Indiana. We are pretty much surrounded by a bunch of cornfields. I actually have been in healthcare since I've been 13. So I guess I've always wanted to help people, to serve people. And I started out at age 13 as a candy striper. I mean, most of you probably don't even know what that is. Basically, for free, I went around at the local hospital and I made beds and I filled water little jugs the side of the bed. And that basically took me from then when I was in high school, my senior year, I worked a half a day as a CNA, a certified nursing assistant in the nursing home. And the second half of the day, I went to high school. And so I did that for a year, which I really think is really good for any kind of a nurse to be on the ground level as a CNA, because golly, they have hard jobs. So I was a CNA, then I was a home health aide while I went through college. And then I graduated, took my boards, became a registered nurse. Some of the fields of area that I worked in, I actually started in a nursing home. I worked in the ER. I did some MICU transport, which meant like if there was a critical patient or a patient needed transferred from the big hospital to an even bigger hospital or more specialty, I would actually ride in the ambulance back with them and take them. I did some float pool. So I would go around to different like ICUs, cardiac care within the hospital. And then we moved and I went to another ER. And then that is where I spent, kind of like the bulk of my career was in emergency medicine there. And I also did some house supervision. So I was kind of like the go-to gal, like, hey, we need an IV started. Hey, we need help with this. Hey, we need a problem solved. So that was something, that's kind of my career. But basically what happened in 2010 is I was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma. And that really rocked my world. It rocked my world in a couple different ways. First, personally for myself, I was like, well, wait, I'm like a healthy weight. I'm working out. Like, how could I be this sick? And boy, did I have a lot to learn, right? So basically, it changed how I looked at my own health. I was really not making my health a priority. I was working lots of hours, making everybody, be first in my life, which we'll get to. Maybe that sounds a little bit like you. The other thing is, before I even had that cancer diagnosis, I was realizing, we were having patients come into the ER with the same problem over and over and over. And I thought to myself, why can't we help these people get well? Why are we just keeping them in this cycle of sickness? So after a cancer diagnosis, I basically took 3 years off to heal, and I had a lot of questions, right? And so again, I started to say, how did this happen to me? And it wasn't just like one answer. Like all these different things were coming at me. It was looking at past trauma. It was looking at the food that I was eating. It was looking at how I was managing or not managing stress. It was how was I moving my body? There just was so much. Was I actually pausing and breathing? How did faith play an aspect in my health? And so, what I just couldn't settle anymore. I couldn't settle for the sick care model. And so I went back to the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, a year-long program with them, amazing content that I learned over that year. And I became a health coach. And I said, I'm going to take the risk and step out and become, and basically have my own business, because I wanted to help women the way that I wanted to help women, or at least I felt the Lord helping me do that. So really my mission is to help midlife women for the most part. Midlife women. I get a lot of actually younger clients as well that are looking for a mentor, right? They looking at how their moms have lived their life and they just don't want to be there. But for the most part, it's midlife women. I want to help. My mission is to help them to make their health a priority so they can be active, so they can be energetic, and they can really live vibrant, purpose-filled life. The thing that I think sets me apart and that makes me a little bit unique is that I do have a spirit-filled, grace-based approach to wellness. And I do think that that sets me apart. I'm not going to be like this hard rule kind of coach. Yes, there's parameters. Yes, there's some boundaries. Yes, there's some things that we need to set in place, but there is a lot of kindness towards ourselves that I think that we've been lacking, that needs to come into our healthcare and the way that we think about our bodies and our health. Different approach. So that's where I feel like I'm a little bit unique and set apart. So can't get my thing. Oh, here we go. Okay. So if you're here, let me move this over. I don't know if you guys see me or not here, but let's do this. If you're here, you might be feeling confused by all the health info that's out there, especially on what to eat. Eat this, don't eat that, eat keto, do paleo, be vegan, butter is bad, butter is good. Like, so confusing. And people just, I know you just want to know. That's probably the number one question that I get from people is, what the heck do I eat? Like, I just want to feel good. I want to be healthy, right? You also may be frustrated that your clothes are fitting a little tight, especially around the waist. And what you used to do to fix that problem is no longer working, right? Which is AKA eat less and exercise more. You may have even visited a practitioner and they may even said to you, oh, well, you just need to change your diet and exercise more. And you just are frustrated because you are not feeling heard, right? You have sat in the doctor's office and you've sat with that practitioner, and bless their heart, they just aren't really listening to you. And they're just saying, well, you know, this is how it is. This is how it is in midlife. You're going to have hot flashes. You're going to have night sweat. You're going to have wet gain. It's just how it is. And I say that that is not true. So I'm here to infuse a little bit of hope into you today. You also, because of this frustration, may be tempted, I'm just going to say it, to jump on the bandwagon of, I'm just going to do a packaged food program, or I'm just going to get a weight loss shot. But you know in your heart of hearts, that's really not for you and it's not sustainable. So again, I'm going to show you a different way. You also may be here because you're just tired all the time, right? You just want to feel like yourself again. You want to feel like the old you. So your current circumstances may be something like this. You're a midlife mom, your body is changing, right? Again, like, I'm doing everything that I used to be doing, and all of a sudden it's not working. You also may realize you're getting to this part of life where your kids are more independent, or you're in an empty nest stage, and you're like, oh my goodness, you're having a little bit of an identity crisis. And you're saying, I have been literally so busy raising my family that I never took care of myself. I made sure that everybody else had what they needed, and I didn't make my health and my goals or dreams or ambitions a priority. That was me. Another thing is your current circumstance may be that your grandkids are here. You've got grandbabies right now. You may be a Mimi or a Gigi or a Nana, or you know they're coming in the future. And you're thinking, I don't want to be the grandma that's like sitting on the sidelines, right? Like, I want to run, play, dance, and chase after them. Let me tell you, in 4 years, I have had boom, 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 3 grandbabies. And man, have I been ever so grateful that I am physically able to care for them, to jump on the trampoline with them, to pick 2 up on each hip, you know, a 20-pounder and a 30-pounder. Man, I'm so blessed that I've had the strength and the ability to do that. Another thing that I hear a lot from my clients is that they love the Lord and they want to be healthy to serve him, right? They know that if they are not in a place where they are healthy, can't say yes to the mission trip. They can't say yes to serving in a way that they feel like he may be calling them to serve. So here's what you really need. Okay, when you're thinking about your health and this journey that you're going to embark on and making some changes, trying something new, you really need a way to eat that is sustainable, that's flexible, and it naturally promotes you holding on to the muscle that you have, okay, and losing the fat that you don't want. You don't want to do a program that is a 90-day yada yada yada, and then all of a sudden you lose the weight and you have to figure out how to eat then. Unfortunately, I have so many people coming to me that have been on very restrictive programs or a packaged food program, and they get to their goal and then they're like, I don't know what to do now, and I'm gaining all the weight back. So you need it to be sustainable, right? Something that you can do for life. You need to be flexible. So when you want to go to the party, when you're, headed to a wedding or a barbecue, it's like you have balance there. You have some flexibility. You're not going to always go, oh no, I'm going to fall off the bandwagon. I'm not going to know how to make good choices. What am I going to do? This needs to be a flexible plan, right? Or a flexible way to eat. And again, it naturally promotes lean muscle and fat loss. There is a way to do that. You also need simple, healthy lifestyle habits that actually fuel you. And I'm going to say fuels your body physically, fuels your mind, fuels your spirit, right? It energizes you and it also restores you. We cannot always be on the go, 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 go. We have to have scheduled in some downtime and restoration. And a lot of times that is sleep or managing stress. And I hear from a lot of my clients or clients that are potential clients, they're not sleeping. They can't manage stress, like everything's in chaos. And so there is a way to bring order to that. That is a simple rhythm, things that you can build into your life. You also, I guess I've already talked about this a little bit, but you need that confidence that you can walk into a party, a special event, and have that balance and also not feel deprived or derailed from your health goals. Even knowing when you open up that fridge and you don't have a plan, that you can know what to eat to fuel yourself and again, not be freaking out because you ate a cupcake or, that there is, like I said, grace in this process. Also, what you need is to realize, this is so huge, mamas, that realize when you choose you are actually choosing them, okay? You are impacting your generations behind you with the choices that you make. One of my big things is legacy. And I always thought about it in that I want to leave a legacy, right? But I had a coach challenge me, Kim, live your legacy. Don't just try to build something that you're going to leave behind you and impact your children and your children's children and your community, but build something now. Live in a way now that you are going to live a legacy. Okay. Do you know how cool it is? We have a raspberry patch. We have a garden. We have all the things here on our little organic farm. And you know how cool it is for me to watch my grandbabies go out there and get raspberries all over their fingers, all over their face, and know that they are eating healthful, nutritious, organic food. I'm leaving that legacy. I'm living the legacy now. So I just want to challenge you. In the past, you may have thought, oh, I got to make sure that this person has this person has this. But I'm saying make your health a priority and you will have a ripple effect. You will have a ripple effect. I had a client the other day tell me, man, Kim, my boys are making different choices. I think her boys are like 11 and 13. My boys are making different choices because of the work that you and I have been doing over the past few months. Another thing that you need is to shift your mindset from guilt and shame and focus on healing and wholeness. That's a whole nother topic I'm not going to get into today, but I'm just going to leave a little pin in that. You also need someone who's guiding you that's been there before. I had a stage 4 cancer diagnosis. I lived through perimenopause and now in menopause. I get it. I used to be a phone nurse in an OBGYN office so I went back to work for a little bit after I went through the healing process and before I went to the health coaching school. And I would have ladies call me who were in menopause, like my family is thinks I'm psycho. Like, I need help. I need help. And unfortunately, the help that they were getting was a prescription and a pill or something that wasn't working and they weren't really being heard. I have been there. I get the struggle is real, but it doesn't have to hold you back from living your life. Like, if you think about it, most of our lives, women, are spent in menopause. It's not a death sentence. It is something that you can embrace and enjoy and be happy in. It doesn't have to take you out and hold you back from living the life that you want to live. So it's time to visualize. You can have more energy. You can be more confident in what to eat and how to live your life and the habits that you're creating, knowing that you can eat the foods that you love, that you don't have to eliminate food groups. You can actually have a healthy relationship with food. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but one of my big core values for myself is freedom. I want to be free. I don't want to be tied to somebody else's rule. I don't want to be tied to a number on a scale. I want to have that freedom in being able to choose the foods that I know that will bring me joy, but that will also fuel my body. It's not vain to want to feel good and to look good as well, right? You want to have your clothes that fit. You want to have more joy and freedom. And also just to be able to visualize being a role model for your kids and your grandkids. So I know you've probably heard pick your hard, right? But I'm saying pick your scary, because I get it. Investing in you is scary. Over the last 14 years, I have invested a lot, thousands of hours in time, thousands of dollars of investing in programs to educate myself, business coaches, personal development coaches, investing in those things to build me up, but to also make me a different person so that I can help my family, I can help my community, and I can help the women who God is calling me to serve. So I get it. Investing is scary, but I don't think that when you invest in you, it's never a bad thing. Starting something new is scary. I also get that as well. I just recently hired a business coach, a new business coach, and it's scary, but it's not so scary like, can they help me? It's, can I help me? Can I actually show up and do the things? That's why a coach is important, because you have someone, I'm going to walk alongside you. I'm going to help call you up to that accountability and remind you of your goals, but give you also the tools that you need. So investing is scary, the time, the energy, the effort, the finances. Starting something new is scary, but you know what else is scary is the multiple things. When someone fills out my health coaching application, is the declining health that they are having, all the issues that they start checking the boxes of the things that they are experiencing and the declining of their health. Also, it's scary to continually or constantly feel confused, frustrated, and stuck where you're at. It's frustrated and scary to go, I have this growing waistline. But what I really feel is also super scary is to experience you sitting on the sidelines while others are living life in front of you. So here's what some of my clients are saying. I'm just going to read through these, okay? I appreciate Kim Wagner so much as my health coach. It's not just about the weight loss, it's about lifestyle changes and the added benefit of weight loss. And that is so true, because I teach my clients healthy habits, and weight loss is a side effect of that. This gal in 4 months has lost 22 pounds on my program, and the fresh ideas that Kim offers, this is perfect for me and I'm loving it. Still being able to enjoy eating out, family functions, celebrating with ease, and not sitting in a corner somewhere mumbling, I'm on a diet. No high pressure sales, just good old take it at your own pace encouragement. Kim is amazing, and I feel blessed to have her as my health and wellness coach. Another client said, I'm telling you, your program changed me in the way that I think. Hands down, the best thing I've done for myself in years. This gal said, I've lost weight, have more energy, have a clear mind, lots of motivation, increases productivity due to a sharp focus, less sweat. Let's be real, hot flashes and night sweats, and have a little more emotional stability. This gal said, hey, I'm doing okay. I lost a few more pounds. She's down 21. This gal said, no more night sweats last night. This client said, I'm letting go of an emotional burden. The program has allowed me to learn about nutrition and guide me to make better choices, but hands down left me feeling lighter from a mind and soul perspective, 100% worth its weight in gold. This is Michelle. I love her story. She's eating healthy through my program, and it has changed her life. She has MS, and now she has no pain, more energy, and no naps after work, and she lost 25 pounds. This gal, when I checked in with her, celebrating her wins, she's doing good, definitely a lot more energy and sleeping better. I decided to keep up with the nutrition plan, and I lost almost 10 pounds. She was actually someone that I had just been working with for only 7 days. And it's really helped with the hot flashes. I'm so grateful for you. This one I love too, because this is kind of like, keep it simple. Dear Lord, I absolutely love you for simplifying things. Lifestyle changes can be so overwhelming. Baby steps into change makes it so much easier for me. And then last but not least, I love data too, right? Not just what people are feeling or experiencing, but Kim, in 3 months, my hemoglobin A1C dropped basically 2 points from 9.1 to 7.2. This gal's win this week was she's down 30 pounds and her doctor took her off blood pressure medicine. A couple more testimonies and then we'll start to wrap this up. Kim taught me how to have the right balance of proteins, carbs, and fats on my plate. I don't feel hungry and I don't want to snack. In the first week of working with her, my acid reflux was gone too. Power of nutrition, power of your habits. And then love this one. You were the best investment. The cost of your service and what you receive from you is above and beyond the cost. I know I have saved money with your help, knowledge, encouragement, value information, resources, and especially my groceries, cleaning, and home supplies. Yes, we talk about it all. Thank you. Not only did I learn so much, but I feel good and strong about myself. I have confidence in me. It's okay to sit and read a book or have a coffee date. I appreciate you. Okay, so my program is called Build a Healthy You. All right, here's the framework. I'm going to briefly go over that. There's 3 phases to my program. Fuel. Everybody always wants to know how to eat. I'm going to teach you how to eat that promotes energy. Fat loss, you're going to learn understanding food labels. You're going to get to eat all the food groups. You're going to learn in a way that balances blood sugar and hormone. We're going to do things like a personal food audit. We're going to, give you opportunities to do a grocery store tour, some blood sugar hacks, remaking your kind of like a pantry overhaul or makeover. Lots of things happen in that fuel. Then we take into foundations. Once you feel confident and good on how can I eat to fuel my body, and coaching along the way, then we're going to talk about having restorative sleep. Okay. Not just 2 hours here, 2 hours there, but actually learning what happens when we sleep and getting restoration there. Less stress, getting that confident mindset, getting your body active and moving in a way that is best for you, and learning some healthy daily rhythms. Okay. And then once we get through that, then it's your time to flourish. We're going to focus on your identity, your purpose, letting go of some things that might be standing in the way. What about your personal relationships? And then boosting happiness, although I also say that's really joy. Okay, so here's a few FAQs that people ask. So how do we meet for coaching sessions? We do that via a private Zoom conference call. Okay, everybody wants to know, how much time is this going to take? Well, most clients will complete the program in about 4.5 to 5 months. Weekly, you can plan for approximately 30 to 60 minutes of learning, whether that's meeting with me on Zoom or some health work that I may have you do. And then it's just implementation. And again, I take things in baby steps, so this is not going to be overwhelming. How soon can you start? Well, you fill out the application, you choose your level of support, you pay your pay option, and then we basically schedule an onboarding session for you. And this first session is approximately an hour long. And most of the time I can get clients scheduled within the first within 7 days, 7 business days, get them scheduled for that. Let's get started. Okay. A big question, even though I don't feel like, this is most people's, priority. They want to lose a little bit of weight. And at the end, they end up feeling like, wow, this program was way so much more. But how long until I see weight results? Well, there's a lot of variables. And did you kind of know I was going to say that? But What I ask my clients to focus on is what they can control, and that's their actions and implementing the healthy habits and tools that I teach you. So on average, my clients will lose 1 to 2 pounds per week and keep it off. Wow, still enjoying treats and not stressing about food. Okay, that's the key. They didn't do anything harsh. They still had a chips and salsa. They had a cupcake, or they had a piece of, whatever. They didn't do it perfectly, and they're still losing 1 to 2 pounds per week and keeping it off. Okay. Is my program affordable? Absolutely. I want to work with women who want to invest in themselves. And so I have 2 different levels of support to give everyone access to my program. Okay. I also offer discounts to pay in full. And I also have payment plans. So if you're serious and committed, we'll find a way to work together. Okay, so let's talk about those 2 levels of support. The first level is Empower Her. It's you get the full Build a Healthy You coaching program. Okay, so all the content within that, the tools, the resources, the everything that I give you, you get your own private program board that you're going to have lifetime access to. But you will get also 1 monthly one-on-one coaching session. Okay, so approximately every 4 weeks, you're going to get a one-on-one 30-minute coaching session with me. In the off weeks, you're going to get a weekly check-in via a form that you'll fill out, and then you and I will chat once a week via like Voxer or something like that. Okay. This is more for people who maybe want a little bit more self-guided approach. They feel maybe they already have a little bit of that confidence, and they feel like, you know what, I think I got this. I'm going to just do the 1 session a month with Kim, the weekly check-ins via chat and form. And I'll do that. The next level is, so that's the Empower Her. The next one is the Transform Her. So you still get the coaching program, you still get the private board, except the difference is that you are weekly going to be meeting with me for a coaching session via Zoom. Okay, so the 30-minute Zoom. And then unlimited chat. Okay, so you and I can chat daily, and you can ask me multiple questions. Okay, your program, because of the nature of us meeting on a weekly basis, will probably be a little bit more personalized. There have been times when I've had content planned for a client, they show up, I hear in their voice something is off, and we go a completely different direction, right? It may not even be a module that I actually even had prepared. I may, personalize that to it. So there's a little bit more kind of what I call, just personalization for them based on what their needs are, but you're still getting all the same content. This is really more for someone who's looking for a little bit more transformation because of the accountability and because of that more frequency of the one-on-one coaching. So these are the 2 levels of support that is available. So what is next steps? What I need you to do first is to fill out the coaching application. Okay. So I don't know how you're viewing this. You may have just seen the program, this program video, and you need a link to the application, or this video is also a part of that application. So, however, if you don't see the application, I need you to DM me. I need you to shoot me an email. But you need to fill that application out first because I need to review it. Okay. I need to see what your struggles are, where you're at, any questions that you may have. And then for those questions that you may have on top of that, then what I want you to do is fill out the application. It'll come to my inbox. I'm going to review it. Any questions you have, just shoot me a message on Instagram. You can do a text message, or you can do a voice text message or voice message, or Facebook, however we have communicated, or you can just email me, kim@kimwagner.com. You can shoot me your email or your cell phone number if you want me to text you, or voice text. Then when you're ready, when we've got your questions all answered, and when you're ready, we're going to get you started. Okay. We're going to pick a start date. We're going to choose what program level you feel and I feel is probably best for you. You pick your pay option. We're ready to go. We schedule that. And like I said, remember, that's within about 7 days. We're going to get you on the schedule, get you started. And then just wanted to leave this with you. Okay. So many times people are kind of scared. Like I said, back to that picture scary about getting started, or they feel like I've already done this. But here's the thing. This is one of my favorite verses, and I put it in my first module for clients. Don't despise the small beginnings. The Lord rejoices to see the work begin. I just want to encourage you. You don't know what's on the other side of your yes. I do, because I have seen so many women transformed through this program. The Lord helped me design and build this program for a specific woman in mind. And so I'm really excited on what's on the other side of your yes. So remember, that first step is to go ahead to get that coaching application filled out, and we'll just get this process going. All right, can't wait to see that. Bye-bye.